sometimes concerts, it's just like, okay, there's more music when it's intermission. This isn't one of those shows. This is one of those that, people are like, all right, who are they gonna bring out next? I am Avalon Cutts Jones. I'm the vocal director and choreographer, and also one of the performers in the Motown Sound show.
And my name is Deborah Perry, and I am the musical director for The Music That Raises, the Motown Sound.
So Motown Sound, The Music That Raises, is the baby of Serena Ray. This is her vision that she put together, and she wanted to pay tribute to Motown. Motown is a genre in itself, so she kind of pieced the team together. I'm actually a student of Miss Deborah Perry. So it's definitely an honor to work with her. And then Serena was kind of a student of mine, a voice student. So having the three of us come together is definitely a great experience.
This show takes you on a musical journey dating back to 1959 when Berry Gordy had just a little bit of money and he decided to take a chance on an artist named Derek Strong. And that song was entitled Money. That's What I Want. And from there, we journeyed through the classic era of Temptations, the Supremes, and into the 1970s when we hit the Afro movement and also the Jackson 5 and other artists. One of the things that Berry Gordy did try to do, however, was bring people together during the civil rights movement, where there was a lot of strife and a lot of division. Berry Gordy did know that music would bring everyone together. And I'd like to add that not just the city of Detroit owned Motown, but surrounding areas as well. Even Grand Rapids, which fostered the groups Switch, which was discovered by Jermaine Jackson, and also DeBarge. And we cannot forget about Saginaw, Michigan, where Stevie Wonder was born.
I think that Serena did a great job with including the background, the history, the informative part of this. I know sometimes it can be looked at as a concert, but it's actually really educational too. I think the biggest example for me with that is the Funk Brothers. A lot of people, they know the sound and the artists of Motown, but in my opinion, the Funk Brothers, they don't always get the acknowledgement that they deserve, because without them, you wouldn't know what the Supreme sound is or Marvin Gaye's sound. You know the bass line to My Girl as soon as it comes on and you're singing along, but that person doesn't always get acknowledged for, oh, this is who played that. This is the band that created that sound. So stuff like that, I think is gonna be really cool to get the audience to say, oh, I didn't know that. So they're gonna walk away with some history and also dancing, hopefully too.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day, but when it's cold outside, I have a man. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? My girl, talking about my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees in me. Yeah, I've got a sweet song in the burning trees. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl, my girl.
So for me, I had to take the approach, just like if I was in a musical or an opera studying a character, you do your research. You don't just learn the song, but you research the emotion of the song, the time period of the song, where the song took place. So I went back, thank God for YouTube. I went back and watched a lot of the live concerts of Gladys Knight and the Pips to see the difference in the movement between the Pips and the Temptations. There's a difference between how the Vandellas move versus the Supremes. So I just look at it as studying the same way I study a character for a script and taking that off of the sheet and bringing it to a live performance.
And from a musician's perspective, the way songs were played, other musicians such as Benny Benjamin, where he went boom, 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 Papacito, and just certain licks and certain lines that you would know, certain musicians that would play on the album. If you studied them, you would know, okay, on this record, this musician played, on that record, this musician played, and how everything came together. And even on one of the songs, the Supremes, the baby, where they would actually foot stomp on the floor in the studio to get certain sounds, just innovative, just maybe tapping on some glass, just all sorts of creative things that Berry Gordy just kind of thought outside of the box. I think an audience could expect to be in a time capsule, a journey through time and the nostalgia. Hopefully those that already enjoy the music of Motown can, remember back in time what they were doing with certain songs, maybe who they were dating, certain things about songs that might bring back memories. And to those who are new to hearing this story, maybe some an appreciation for the music and maybe even some fans from that.
Personally, I see this show not just because I'm a part of it, but being able to sit back and watch the recordings from the shows that we've done. This is a show that has potential to be a huge traveling show. And it's good music, it's good singing, it's a great band, it's good visuals, and it's fun. Sometimes concerts, it's just okay, there's more music when it's intermission. This isn't one of those shows. This is one of those that, people are like, all right, who are they gonna bring out next? So I really hope that people get to see local artists as more than just that.
And I hope that the audiences that come to see it won't just, love the music, but then also receive education on, the stories and the struggles of some of these artists when they were writing, and some of those that paved the way for artists of today to come through. So just an overall experience, putting, the education and understanding along with such great, powerful music.
So Motown Sound is under Music That Raised Us, and you can find out further dates at musicthatraisedus.com. The next performance that will be here at Frederick Meyer Garden out in the amphitheater on Tuesday night, opening up for their Tuesday night concert series, June 2nd. Doors open at 5, concert starts at 7. Please be on time, you don't want to miss anything in the show.
I can turn the gray skies blue.
I can make it rain whenever I want to.
Oh, I from a single grain of sand. I can make a ship sail on dry land. But my life would be complete without so blue. And I can't get next to you, babe. I can't get next to you. I can't get next to you, babe. I can't get next to you. I
Can fly like a bird in the sky.
can buy anything, but you can't buy. Oh,
I can turn a river into a raging fire. I can live forever if my soul desires.
I can't get next to you, babe. I can't get next to you. I can't get next to you, babe. I can't get next to you.